Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. It is still the 28th of February, the last day of February for the year 2023. It is a Tuesday, so I just kind of wanted to show you that I got the rest of these all backfilled. What I did with a lot of them, if there was rocks, I put the rocks in first and then built them up. But yeah, so I got everything filled in now. And so all of them are good to go. And so I even came back and ended up putting more in this one. See that one there and that one there. So that part's done. So now when everybody comes, I'm going to leave all these other things up for right now that's kind of tying everything together. Probably don't need them anymore, but we're just going to leave them on there. It's going to take us 2 minutes to take everything apart when everybody gets here, and then we're going to start tying everything in. So we're going to just leave it like it is for right now because it's not a big deal. So next week we will be working more on the pavilion, and hopefully we will, it's going to be a good size one, guys. And I want you to realize too, when we do make this pavilion, I kind of want to talk about this for a second. It's going to have a decent overhang on the ends. So literally you got a 12-foot section in the middle. It's 24 feet long, and you're going to have 2-3 feet of overhang on each side, which is going to give it more room for at that point. So that's kind of where that's kind of where we're at with that. The wood stove, we are going to put that at this end. So we're going to have, see how these plywood pieces around here? We're going to have plywood pieces going up on this part. We're going to have the whole back end boxed in as well. The wood stove is going to go there. We will have a floor in here that's going to probably start at that level right there, and that'll go the whole way down through here. And so we'll end up putting a floor in here. And then that way we'll have a really good area to come in if it's raining or if it's not raining, if it's sunny, whatever. We can be in the shade or we can be out of the weather. So this is, this was the first big project other than Mark's cabin that we had, decide. Well, other than the bunker, of course, as well, and getting that going. All right, so I want to give you guys an update. Now I want you to, so you're gonna love this one. Some of you, I mean, it's we're in the 50s today. Feels fantastic. The camper got hot. Okay, inside the camper it was 77, 78, I think, something like that. So I actually have at the moment I have the air conditioner on. So what happens is when the battery is fully charged, and I was looking at it earlier and I'm like, I should throw that air conditioner on just for a little while, because what happens is once the battery is completely full, the breaker will trip, and so because it doesn't want any more power coming in, and it'll kill the power to the camper. So I came back out, rebooted the system. I went in and said, well, I'll cool it down in there, turn the air conditioner on, and we're getting later in the day now. It's about almost 4 o'clock, I believe. So that's what, so yeah, I mean, we're pulling in, obviously, with a day like today, way more power than we need. Actually, what I could probably do, and I've been thinking about possibly doing this, I was talking to Brian, possibly bringing 2 more of the 24-volt batteries up in New York down here, because I really don't need that many up there, and bringing them down here, tying them together to make a 48-volt battery, and then we'll have another 48-volt battery with good storage capacity. So that's would definitely help us. Now that'll probably be later in the year that I would do that. Right now we're just going to continue to do things the way that we're doing it. But well update. Let me give you a well update. I'll show you. He came back yesterday, and he worked all day yesterday through the night until about 11 o'clock this morning. Now what you're seeing here is this gray. He's going through a limestone right now. He's going to check it when he gets back. With the limestone, he's getting about 20 gallons of water an hour. So really not, oh, that's not good there with that tire. I'm not touching that. But it's he's getting about 20 gallons per hour through the limestone, which is not a great output. He is at 192 feet deep as we speak right now. He's not going to be here tomorrow, or I think he said, I'm not sure if he said he was going to be here Thursday or not. Well, I know he was leaving today. Yeah, I think he said he'll be back Thursday. So he left this morning. I mean, he worked right straight through. He's only getting, because of the ground, he's getting about maybe 6 feet an hour. So he's not, you know, it may seem like a lot, but you know, it's been really, it's been a tough dig, from what he's told me. But right now we're at 192 feet deep. We are getting some water, but not a ton. So, you know, we're going to have to, you know, see what happens moving forward. If we're going to hit something else or not hit something else, depending on how deep they have to go. But right now we're 192 feet deep. And like I said, he won't be back tomorrow, but he will be back Thursday is what he told me. So that's what we got going on with that. That's the well update. So yeah, but you can see this has gone all the way down. It's all the way down into the field down here. And so what are you going to do? You know, we're just, we're dealing what we have to deal with. You know, it's one of those processes that have to be done. And so that's what we're working on. You know, it's going to be as deep as it's going to be. And we're going to figure out everything as we go from there. But I was hoping he would hit water at 150 feet. That has not happened. So what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? But we'll get there. It'll all come together, and you know, hopefully by the time, hopefully by the time everybody gets here next week, we should have the well done. I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, he's done a good job. He's worked really, really hard. You know, like I said, he got in here Monday, and he stayed through the night. Last night, drilled all night, and then he stayed until like 11 this morning. He said he had to change the oil out, and so he tested it, and he said when he comes back on Thursday, he's going to test it again to see if it is filling up with water. And if it is filling up with water, we may not have to go deeper. That would be great. The thing is, if we're getting 20 gallons an hour, right? Realistically, how much am I going to use? Just me being down here. But when we have the group down here, obviously we're going to need more water. So what we might end up looking at doing, if we'll have to, like I said, we're going to have to see where we're at and everything, and when he comes back, testing it at that point and see what we're getting. I think that you know, if I had to, you know, get a huge tote and get a tote in here and, you know, slowly fill that up and have enough water available, you know, we could do that if we had to do it. But you know, we're going to have to see what happens. Time will tell, but you know, hopefully he doesn't have to go too much deeper. I was hoping, I'll be honest with you guys, I was hoping for 150 feet. We are well past that now, but you know, it is what it is, and we're just going to do what we got to do. But yeah, so it's, you know, I feel productive today. I've been lazy the last 3 days, I'm not going to lie. I did not even get dressed the last 3 days. I kept my lounge pants on and did not do a whole bunch of anything, and wasn't very motivated. But I got up today and it was beautiful out, and I'm like, okay, you know, enough of being lazy. It's time to get back at it and get some things done. And so I haven't even left the property. I haven't left the property since, what day was it that I left? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday was the last time I left the property. So I honestly, I will tell you, I find it so peaceful here and so relaxing that I just, you know, sometimes I just need to decompress and just get away from stuff and not think about things and not worry about things. And so I just have, sometimes I'll have a couple days where I am doing what I'm doing. So, but and Hella was happy to get out today and get out here and run around a little bit as well. That was good for her. But and tomorrow's supposed to be another gorgeous day, so I'm going to see what I can get accomplished tomorrow as well. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, it's a good girl. Such a good dog. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for right now. Just giving you some updates. I wanted to show you that I finished that project. It wasn't too bad. It's just it is what it is, and it needed to be done. I want to make sure I got it squared away before everybody got down here, and yeah, it's good now, and we'll be ready to go for continuing to build with the pavilion. When this is done, I think it's going to look awesome. Like I said, we got that whole back wall again. We're going to have, like, pots and pans on there and the whole thing. We'll have the wood stove back there and, some countertops, so that when we're cooking and, we're getting together, we can get in here, we can meet together. We could probably put a couple picnic tables in here with no issue whatsoever. Probably almost 4 if we really wanted to. So we'll have to see, you know what I mean? We're just, right now, we are going to, I'm trying to look at the room in here. But yeah, I don't see no reason we couldn't, if we wanted to. 2 picnic tables here, 2 picnic tables here, and then that whole area up here would be the kitchen area. And so we would have, we may end up doing like cupboards and something as well, and having enough area that we can really cook, enough countertop space and stuff like that. Now, somebody made a joke, Joe from St. Bernard Acres. He said, how long will it be before you box it in and turn it into your cabin? That's not going to happen, Joe. That's not going to happen. So, but, too funny. Anyway, one other thing really quickly I wanted to address before I jumped off of here. I had somebody in the comments, and I won't mention names, but no, I won't say her name. But she was saying that, people couldn't ride a bicycle 10 to 15 miles a day. No, when I said that there's a possibility that you could do 70 miles in a day on a bicycle. And she's like, oh, there's no way nobody could do that. The reality is, if you are in moderate shape, you could do 10 to 15 miles a day walking, okay? So on a bicycle, yeah, maybe on the uphills, you might have to walk that bike uphill, but on the way down, you sure could ride it down, and you're gonna go a whole lot faster than walking. With a bicycle as well, you can have a lot more gear on that bicycle. And so to say that you couldn't do, realistically, 40 miles a day, she goes, well, no, look it up. You'll see it. It says, you can't do that. Yes, you can. In basic training, we did a 15-mile road march. And I can't remember exactly how long it took us. It was a long day, though, okay? On a bicycle, depending on terrain. Now, if you are in a mountainous region, will you do 40 miles a day on a bicycle? Probably not, okay? But the reality is, if you are on flat terrain and you can just go, you can eat up a lot of miles in a hurry. Now, again, that being said, you would have to rest frequently. If you are not prepared, if you're not used to riding, all those things are going to be factors, all right? But the reality is, you can do it, especially, I want you guys to remember something. If you have a goal in mind, if you have a location to get to, and you are going, okay, we got 140 miles that we need to go to get to this location. You think you're going to go, oh, we'll just do 10 miles a day and we'll get there in 2 weeks. You're going to want to get to that bug out location as quickly as you possibly can. So yes, you will push yourself. And yes, your first day is going to be the day that you're probably going to do the most miles on that bicycle. After that, you're going to be sore for several days until you build up a tolerance to it, okay? That's a reality. That is a reality. But the reality is also, you're going to want to try to get there as quickly as you possibly can. Safety, food, shelter, medicine, all those things. So just something to think about, just putting it out there. You can have whatever opinion you would like, even if you are wrong. All right, guys, listen, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. Also remember, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive. Stay away from that negativity, and you are going to be just fine. All right? I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.